Hey guys, Hans here. Not anything super big to talk about this week, just kind of a wrap up. So we had our E3 stuff last week. Got those podcasts done. That's not going to be the exact format of how they go. Um, we're thinking about maybe trying to get at least one more person in there when we start doing the regular version of them, and actually give them a name. But we kind of figured out some of the technical stuff those during those. Um, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal to get them going on a regular basis now. Um, there's not one this week, or at least not one planned at this point. We might, impromptu throw one together if we had to, or some reason. But it sounds like John and Gavin are trying to get an NC cast done sometime in the next few days here. So um, I don't know. I don't know. I was like working, you know, actually working extra hours last week in addition to all the E3 stuff, and got 3 podcasts done in a week. So I don't know what their problem is. Um, so hopefully they'll get one done here. I'm not sure exactly how the schedule is going to work out with them doing theirs and us doing ours. Then every once in a while, hopefully the maybe it's a surprised man thing comes back once in a while. I don't know, or we find some other something similar to that. I don't know. We'll see. Um, but yeah, we. I want it to be where Nukezilla never goes more than like a week without having a podcast, unless it's something big like okay, it's like the holidays and everyone's out of town every week for this and that, and they're having to take days off and all this stuff, and just everyone's busy, so we have to make it 2 weeks or something like that. But we aren't going to go on Christmas break and then be sitting there trying to figure out if we're going to get something done by the end of June. Um, okay, something else I wanted to talk about. We're going to try to. I'm still going to be out looking for writers the next week or two. I've got a few ideas for where I'm going to try and track them down. A few people I know I've been talking to, and hopefully they'll be getting some stuff started here in the next few weeks. I think I mentioned some of them before. I don't know. And then I've got an idea of where to scare up a few more because, as you can see over the little bar on the front page where it says, like top writers or meet the staff, whatever that little thing is, where it has, our avatars basically. Um, I'd like to get that thing it's automatically generated based on how many posts you make. The author has made in the last 4 weeks, I think. And basically, if you're making above a certain number, your face goes up there, or your avatar, whatever you're going with. If you've made or edited a certain number of posts, because there's some people that mainly serve the site on the editing front, don't really write much. What I'd like to see, as soon as I can get it going here, and it'll take it a month or two to really get going, regardless of how well, best case scenario, month and a half this goes. But I want to see consistently there be 2 full bars or close to it on there, meaning there's like a good 10, 12, 14 people writing at least once a week for Nukezilla is basically the way it would break down, which would mean a minimum of 10, 12, 14, whatever posts a week, which breaks down to like an average of like 2 a day if everyone only posts stuff once a day. Then with me posting stuff like 4 or 5 times a week, and everyone else working on stuff, a lot of other people doing a couple posts a week, we're good to go on content from there. And then it's just like, is there something new or interesting or different we want to add? Not scrambling around for anything to post on Thursday or Friday or whatever, where kind of like we are right now. So that's kind of where I want to go with that. It's not that the people we have aren't great; it's that we need more. I guess that's about all I wanted to talk about today. Just kind of a general update. Thanks for checking us out during E3. I think we did a pretty good job, considering we didn't have anyone on the show floor this year. So we saw that we can kind of do that, but it kind of sucks to do that because you're just kind of having to rely on what everyone else is reporting. I think our people did a good job though. So hopefully we'll get someone there in the future. I know we're going to have at least a few people up at PAX, so anything that happens there we'll be able to cover, bring you guys a ton of previews and stuff. I'm going to be going to QuakeCon myself, so hopefully anything. Hopefully they finally show off Doom 4 like they've been saying they were going to. They haven't even showed a trailer for it in like the last 4 years since they like announced it and said you guys can see more next year. Then they realized they were in way over their heads with Rage and just like pulled everyone off that team to finish off Rage before it got to Duke Nukem Forever levels of, burnt development time. But yeah, hopefully we're gonna be bringing you guys more coverage from actual show floors of events and stuff this year. Hopefully that works out well. This we had as one of our writers go to an event. It was just kind of an art show for that 72 pins. You know, you repurposed old NES covers as art kind of thing they're doing. They had an art show last weekend, and we had someone go to that. So hopefully they have their write up of that, their gallery, all that stuff put together. So should be getting that to you within a few days here. And it's not so much a show. There's not going to be any news come out of it, but the Oklahoma Video Game Expo is this weekend in Tulsa, and it's basically just going to be me digging through some bins for old Super NES and Genesis cartridges. See if there's anything I want to buy there. But I don't know. I'll probably talk to a few of the people there, write up something about it. Just give people a overview of small game show. I was gonna say that's about all I had this week. So what are you guys up to?